sing us in.
I'm not gonna sing.
You have to.
I don't have any music
You gotta give us something.
in me, baby. It's the fighter and the kid, but who cares about the fighter when you got the kid? I have a guy making music to the songs I've sung.
Really?
Yeah. But I'm trying to think of what a good song would be. I mean, we talked about this the other day. If I was a rock and roll frontman, it'd be Freddie Mercury. I don't have his voice. You would not be Johnny Cash. You can't stand him.
I'm just not a fan. I'm going to get a lot of hatred on Twitter.
Yeah,
for
you
this.
are.
I'm just
you're not American.
I'm just not a
You're
fan
obviously
of
not an
Johnny
American
Cash.
man.
I don't think he's that talented.
Really?
Vocally? Oh, he's amazing vocally.
Listen. It's all about music.
He's the songbird of our generation. I don't think so. His vocals are not good.
Really?
He plays a guitar.
Really?
He tells a story. He tells great stories. If I want a bedtime story, I'm going to hire Johnny Crash.
Well, it's not Johnny Crash. It's Johnny Cash, first of all.
Cash, son. I said Cash.
So basically, an American icon, not that good.
That's whatever. It's whatever.
When you look at a Honda, you go, it's a good car. And not a Mercedes. So Johnny Cash is basically the Honda of music.
I didn't say he's the Honda music.
It just seems like your voice is going a little high.
He's that classic everyone likes.
Yeah.
But I don't.
That's fine. That's one thing.
He just doesn't fit. You just
can't say.
I don't rush home like, you know what? When are you gonna listen to Johnny Cash?
Probably not.
When are you? When are you gonna put it on your playlist and play it?
It's really
when you're working out.
No.
You're gonna do it when you've lost 4 fights in a row and you're gonna shoot yourself in the face and you have a bottle of Jackson next to you. That's the only time you listen to Johnny Cash.
It is true that there are some people that are really good that you just don't necessarily listen to. It's like saying, hey, dude, have you read Faulkner, The Sound and the Fury? It's an amazing book. Yes, it is. He won a Nobel Prize for literature, but I've got to do.
Like Schindler's List is a great movie.
Yeah.
When are you going to watch that?
No,
I don't want to see
too crushing,
that.
too soul crushing.
It's too depressing.
Yeah.
Like Johnny Cash. Super depressing. All right?
Well,
speaking of depressing, well, not depressing, but everyone was raving about Gravity, the movie. Raving about it.
I know. I saved me.
I was so bored.
You saved me some time.
Yeah. Your wife bought us all tickets, and I had to cancel on you guys.
Canceled on
Game
6
plan.
tickets.
6
tickets.
tickets.
Like 150
We're all at dinner. Me and Brian walk in the bathroom. Oh, hey, man. Maybe we should do something else. He goes, well, my wife already bought the tickets. I go, just tell her I give you the money for the tickets. Let's go do something else.
Exactly.
And it happened.
We were having a good conversation.
I was having a good time.
I was like, let's just continue
let me
to
get
drink.
6 of my close friends together. Let's go sit in a movie and not talk to each other.
Last thing I wanted
and
to
watch Gravity. I could film it right now on our chairs from my cell phone. Just give me a crazy backdrop. Give me a green screen backdrop. I'll film it right now. And everyone will go crazy.
Really?
And for those of you seen it, really, George Clooney? Really? He's flying around. He's in space. Chaos is everywhere, and he's sitting on Sandra Bullock. That's realistic. Yeah, sure.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Now, is he in a spacesuit the whole time?
They're both. There's only spacesuits the entire time.
I always think about the actor and how he has to wear all that outfit, which sucks.
I don't think about that. I always think about wasting 2 hours of my life and can't wait to get out of there.
You know, a lot of astronauts suffer bone loss because gravity. When you're in zero gravity, your bones lose calcium deposits
because they're not holding
anything up, and it doesn't come back a lot of times. And by the way, you're up there for 6 months at a time. You can keep it. You can keep it.
Forget that.
Go to
space.
Freeze-dried food. Oh, delicious.
What's the kid from NSYNC, Lance, paid to go up to space, right?
Yeah. Oh, look.
No thanks.
Hey, guess what? I'll look at pictures from the Hubble telescope.
I wouldn't go to Australia, let alone space. I got offered a trip to Australia. Oh, I'll pass.
So did
Why? I live in L.A.
So did I.
Why would I fly 20 hours to go to Australia? I'd love to wrestle a kangaroo. That's about it. Oh, you know what? I want to see a kangaroo. I'll go to San Diego Zoo. We've been over this, man. You and I talk about this all the time.
I've been offered Australia and South Africa. First question, you going to fly me first class? Well, it's a $20,000 ticket. Then I'm not going. Let's start there.
Then I'm not going.
Let's start there.
For sure.
Second of all, what's Australia besides it? It's got accents and great people, I'm sure. But like you said, I live near the beach in Santa Monica.
Yeah.
You can't compete.
Yeah. I live on the beach, Marina Del Rey. Yeah, people are like, listen, man, you go to Australia, the girls, the food, the ocean. Yeah, you're talking about L.A.
Yeah, you're talking about having
I'm right
Kinney.
here. Yeah, Abbott Kinney in Venice. Sure.
And you got all your friends.
All my friends are here.
I want to go to another country with a bunch of strangers and hang out and eat alone.
Yeah, I'm supposed to go to Australia by myself. Oh, yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, because I make friends so well. I do, but it's lonely, man. Sit in a hotel room.
Of course it's lonely. It's life on the road.
When you and I are both on the road a lot, we'll text each other.
Oh, yeah.
We'll text each other.
Although I have to say, we're going to go to Calgary next time. The greatest crowds.
God, you won't shut up.
I love
about
them.
Calgary.
I love them. Sold out. 5 shows. Speaking of which, I'll be in San Diego this weekend, and you're not coming down. I'm at the American Comedy
I'm in
Club.
North Carolina.
Kills
all right?
me.
I'm in North Carolina.
Yeah, but come down Sunday.
20th anniversary of the UFC. Doing some PR for it. Don't
Is
be,
that
don't
right?
be mad about it.
I'm
Don't be
not.
mad about it.
I'm not. You're a star. But how about coming down Sunday?
I'd be down to come down Sunday.
Come
Are you
down
in Sunday
Sunday.
night? You and Dove? Tell the people where you can find you. Big Brown's going to be there. Big Brown the Kid are going to be here.
We'll be
Sunday
at the
night.
American Comedy Club doing a little stand-up. If you want to meet me and Big Brown, we're taking pictures after the show.
Well, I didn't say I'd take pictures. I'll go to
Big
your
Brown
show,
will do anything you want. He'll do anything you want for you.
It depends what you look like. It depends what you look like.
You get to pet him.
It depends what you look like.
You can slap him around.
Blonde, pretty, I'll take picture.
Yeah. You can do whatever you want. If you're a guy, you can kick him in the ass. I'll let you just get haul off and just kick him in the ass.
Let's talk about this. So Brian decides he's a guest on Loveline. We were all at dinner. My buddy Cody Donovan's in town. Who's fighting UFC 167? Flew out here to train. He's supposed to fight Robert Drysdale. Robert Drysdale, the jiu-jitsu genius, right? Beast on the ground, files for TRT exemption. They test his levels. TRT testosterone replacement therapy,
Exactly,
which
just for the people.
The guys rarely get these passes. This dude gets checked. His level's 20-1.
Okay. Is that from deadlift? Is that from eating a lot of meat and deadlift?
From horse meat? Yeah. There's some other guy you can talk to horse meat about. So 20-1, he doesn't get the exemption. They yank him from the card. My boy Cody's in town. We're preparing for Robert Drysdale because he's here to roll with myself, Henner, Huron Gracie.
That's a pedigree right there.
The gauntlet. We're going to put him through the jiu-jitsu gauntlet.
It's a pedigree.
So no more Robert Drysdale. And he's at my house stressing out because we didn't know if the fight was canceled, if things were going to get weird because the fight gets canceled. Then he can put on this weight. Right. We can take him out, blah, blah, blah. They switch his opponent to this Guillen Villagente.
Yeah, he's looking at us right now. I got to describe Cody Donovan.
All wrestler.
Cody Donovan is he's a very handsome. He's a Viking. He's got a very strong jaw, and he got a new haircut. Which
compliment of me. He gets off the plane. I go, we're gonna get you a haircut. Go get a haircut. Oh yeah.
The kid looks good, but I mean, not to be. You just don't goose step or salute Nazi salute. He looks like the Aryan.
He got the Hitler. Let's be real here.
Yeah.
Let's be real here. He doesn't have gel in it right now, but he got the Hitler. We were at a barbershop. I get my haircut at Urban. I'll put it this way: Urban Barbershop. I go there all the time.
Yeah.
These guys are all my friends. Yeah. And Cody goes, I want this. I want down the side. I see him styling it. I go, Cody.
Yeah.
Did you just get the Hitler?
Yeah, it's an
I thought it was going to be awkward. Everyone loved it. The joke went over great.
He's a handsome guy, but it's an offensive haircut.
It's an offensive haircut. If I could just get him a nose job. If he got a nose job, this guy would be.
No, he's got a good nose.
Bro, look at your nose.
There he is.
Look who's on
Cody
the podcast.
Donovan.
Cody Donnybrook Donovan, UFC 167 specialist.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Cody is a 240-pound man sucking down a 205.
So
and has some trouble.
This is my problem. Yeah, Cody's a big boy.
He's just got big bones.
First friend I ever made in the gym. I met him.
You send him smiley faces. I think we've covered that.
Oh yeah, all the time.
He sends you little emojis, huh? Little smiley face emojis.
He does.
That's adorable.
Let's talk, Cody. Talk about the schedule we've been on since you've landed. Cody came out here to train for his fight. My schedule's a beast.
This is actually interesting because I want people to hear how professional fighters train. This is actually very interesting. This is an excellent.
Well, not everyone, but
you're right. I don't think most professional fighters train like
Mr. Schaub, which is why his heart rate is at 37.
I mean, most of us are training 3 times a day, but he's training 3 times a day, and then in between fitting in like photo shoots and fashion.
He's a Type A personality.
Yeah,
he sent me a picture of himself in a wet T-shirt coming out of a pool. They shot this thing, and I just get and the caption reads, "For fuck's sake, somebody's got to do it." Sorry about the bleep, everybody. It was just hilarious.
It's just a beat. Cody comes out in. He's getting great training, man. But fit into my schedule. Like I had a thing for Soul this morning, a photo shoot for Soul this morning. Last night I had a 5-hour photo shoot. I was training before that. After he's
photo
getting
shoots
training
are
in.
boring. Wait, tell me what your Tell me what you've been doing. Give us an idea of a day in a professional fighter's life when he's in camp.
with B Shop
In Denver or here?
Here.
Here.
Hey, let's talk about how you start your day. You wake up the morning, me and my underoos,
Right.
and I'm juicing.
So
I'm juicing.
And
Me,
by
Cody,
juicing, he doesn't mean juicing.
Doesn't mean steroids.
Steroids.
not
He means
steroids. I mean
juicing.
veggie juicing.
I woke up this morning. Brent's walking around, and he doesn't wear normal underwear. First
No,
of
he
all,
doesn't.
He's,
These
he's
are
like
tight.
a
Dude, I got a
banana
picture.
hammock.
I got a picture of him.
Yeah,
he's got
obscene.
it's as European
Yeah.
a brief as it gets. I mean, they're hiked right up his
Apple
hip.
bottom hanging out the back.
Yeah.
Can't. By the way, can't believe they're not thongs because
No,
they may
it's
as well be.
It's disgusting. He's
Yeah.
smuggling plums.
It's
just like
amazing. Yeah.
walking across the living room.
Yeah, yeah.
And you wake up to that, and I'm juicing.
Yeah, he's got the blender going full blast
In his
It
underwear.
literally smells like somebody's mowing the lawn in the
great.
kitchen.
Cody turns around, I'm just like this.
You want some juice, bro?
Yeah. He's all sure. Drink that juice, make a little bulletproof coffee. We're out the door running. We got a photo shoot. We went straight to training. Now we're at the podcast. We're straight from here to boxing.
What was the training this morning?
This morning was rolling with Henner, Gracie.
Well, that's a nightmare.
It was amazing.
How
6
long-
rounds,
How long you run? You roll 6 rounds, which is how long?
7-minute
I think
rounds.
we were doing 7-minute rounds. Yeah,
That's a long time.
he's a stud, bro. I mean,
Cody's,
he's
Cody's
so
a black belt.
I'm a
in
black
jiu-jitsu.
belt,
Yes,
bro.
I've seen Cody roll with Nate, and
he was
you're a killer.
toying with me today, bro.
Is that right?
Making me look like I didn't know what I was
He's
doing.
like an alien.
Come on.
Henner's an alien.
I mean, literally
Come on.
choking me out several times a minute, and like had a smile on his face. Was
Stop
probably
it.
going, 60%, going light,
Are
rolling
you
light.
serious?
Swear to God.
That's how good he is. He takes a professional fighter of your size.
He's been doing it since he was 2. I see him do it to everybody. He was in diapers. His picture when he's a baby, and he's like in a gi.
It's just such a fluent language for him. It's because he can see what you're going to do before
he's
you
seen
do
it all. Anything Cody does, anything I do, anyone. He's trained with so many guys.
Yeah.
He knows exactly how to adapt to
That's-
everything.
yeah.
He's a master.
Yeah.
He's a master.
I felt like
is
I
he
was
doing
rolling-
it from his back or is he doing it from?
Every position. Most of it. The interesting thing is like he lets you do your thing. You know what I mean? Like
And
he
he
would let
reacts.
me attack
Yeah.
and let me walk myself right into traps.
You know
Really?
what? Now,
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
speaking of jiu-jitsu, and I'm glad we have Cody on the air because the other night, Brian and I and Cody and our buddy Dove went to
Dove
Loveline.
David off the great comic Dove David.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went to Loveline. You were doing Loveline, so we all went in studio. You did Loveline, and then you got a little out of hand in the studio.
Well-
let's just tell the
Yeah.
listeners, I had to take you down. We were both in very nice clothes. I took him down
had my cashmere
in the
sweater on.
studio.
My cashmere
cashmere
sweater
studio.
on, yeah.
I took you down in the studio and choked you out. Cody,
Well,
what happened?
Let's not get carried away.
I actually videotaped the entire thing.
If
you
I
do
may,
have this on videotape.
If I may, you excuse me,
That
sir.
happened.
sir. You did not videotape the entire thing. What you videotaped was the part where he got a single. I didn't defend it on purpose. We were in a hallway. Here's what happened. We went Greco. We were moving around. I was telling him to keep calm, shh, because he gets very excited. He's breathing heavy, and I was shucking arms. He was trying stupid stuff, trying to get me under so he could get me in a guillotine. It's not gonna happen. It's impossible. It's not gonna happen. I keep my head up. I just keep my head up. And finally, yes, he did grab me. He did use his strength and his overwhelming size.
we're gonna tweet this video out. Hashtag firing the kid. We're gonna tweet this video out.
But you're going to see the end result where
we're gonna
I
show the whole thing.
decided to go to my.
I had to teach you a lesson.
I'd like to say one thing on the air. You did try to execute an armbar. I defended properly.
You did.
Had I been in a in nothing but my less than a $400 cashmere sweater, I would have spun around and driven my knee right in your abdomen.
Sure.
And then one leg would have been out, and then it would have been on. But
It might. We're gonna blast the video out. We'll have the people judge us.
you did put me in a head and arm, and then I tried to answer the phone, and it didn't seem to work very well.
Yeah.
I was taught to answer the
It
phone.
worked for a second.
Nah, not with Big Brown. It's kind of what it feels like to have an anaconda.
Yeah, it was fun. Let's talk about. I pulled a Sweden move here. Let's talk about Munoz
Yeah,
and Machida.
yeah. We always talk about styles of making fights.
Heartbreaking. Tough for me to watch.
Of course, you respect Munoz, and who wouldn't? It's just styles make fights, and I just
agree.
think that with someone like Machida, not only is he very hard to defend against, but my issue, actually prepare for, but the reason I had picked Machida.
Well, congrats. He was the 4-1 favorite.
Obviously,
way to go.
It's just you're talking about a guy who's been doing stand up so much longer than Mark. I mean, so much longer. It's a little bit like Henner rolling with you. Machida can see things that Mark is gonna do because he's been there so many more times, and that's why he's a 4-1. If you know anything about stand up, and I do, you're not. There are certain guys that are just not gonna. They just see what you're doing before you do it. It's a very hard thing to do.
All right. So
and he's got great defense.
We were training yesterday, and Mark was back in the gym. I walk in the gym. Munoz is in the
He's
gym
a fighter.
training. Listen, you can't do that. I go, what are you doing, man? He goes, I just, man, I'm so hurt. I gotta be in here. I want to train. You're doing the exact thing you shouldn't be doing.
Well, why is that?
Because when you get knocked out, you need a rest. You gotta rest your brain.
Right.
Otherwise, you end up like Evander Holyfield, Muhammad Ali, just guys who you have to rest. Then there's overtraining.
What about the psychology of he's a wrestler anyway? What's the psychology of just getting back on the horse?
No.
Is
Not
he
when
actually,
you get knocked
is
out.
he actually trying to box?
He's hindering himself.
Yeah.
No, you need to rest. You just went through an entire camp. I don't care how the fight goes.
Right.
The fight's usually not the thing that beats you up. It's the 12-week camp. So you gotta rest. So when you start your next fight, you're fresh. Your body's recovered. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, if I know a lot of journeymen do this. They just train all the time. I train all the time. It's my lifestyle. But I'm not in camp mode 24/7. You can't. You just can't be.
Well, obviously, yeah.
The way
you guys train is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, I told Mark he needs a break, and I think
isn't part of being a professional.
Knowing when to rest.
I was going to say, you guys should know that.
Overtraining is just the same as undertraining.
Well, resting is a huge part of training, isn't it? I mean,
it's
knowing
tough,
when.
man. When you're a professional fighter and you're basically putting food on the table with your fists, you're gonna want to train all the time.
But I find it fascinating that in training the way you guys do, there is an optimal amount to train every day.
It's a balance. It's a balance. You got to train every day, but you got to train smart.
It doesn't necessarily mean you train crazy. No. It means that some days you're training smart.
And that's one thing I've learned becoming a professional and a veteran in the UFC is you got to train smart. You got to train hard.
And that means
smart.
listening to your body.
Listen to your body. Your body knows better than anyone else.
Right.
I always go with the saying, overtrained feels like undertrained. So if you're training all the time and you feel like you're out of shape, you need to slow it down and back off a little bit.
Wow, those are the things that I never think about until I talk to guys like you. Like I never think about those intricacies. Like because for me, I would think just as a guy who's a fan, I think, well, I'm just gonna go train with jiu-jitsu, box, got to work my Muay Thai, whatever, and I'd stick to that schedule no matter what. Well, no, your body does break down.
There's a blueprint for it now.
Yeah.
You just got to be smart.
In a way, that's why a lot of guys.
Because when you're overtrained, you're constantly in camp. You get injuries. I see it happen. It happened. When Mark fought Chris Weidman.
Yeah.
It happened. He was training so much he got hurt, and then his fight went horrible. So let's move on.
But I think
what's next for Machida?
We saw what happened with John Jones. So
he's fighting 185 now, so I need you to be educated on this.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And how that's before I take a warm hand to your face.
And looked good, by the way.
Good?
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
Looks like he's going to be the champ in about a fight here.
Yeah. Well.
My boys have some things to say. So I have some friends who beg to differ. Vitor Belfort could possibly be his next matchup. He is fighting. I think he's fighting Dan Henderson. That's a tough fight, fighting Vitor in Brazil. Good luck with that one.
Yeah, I mean, Vitor is...
You got Jacare waiting around. You got Jacare.
Jacare's looked good, bro. His striking is on point now.
He's a freaky athlete.
Dude.
This is so. I tell you all this all the time. It's all about matchups. At this high level, it's all about matchups. Lyoto Machida is a nightmare for Chris Weidman. A nightmare.
Is he?
Anderson Silva is a better matchup for Chris Weidman
that right?
than Lyoto Machida. Yes.
Why?
It just style. Lyoto, his takedown defense, he's going to lead you into things. His footwork.
Yeah.
Anderson Silva's takedown defense.
Does Weidman come
amazing.
out of TriStar?
No, he doesn't. He comes out of Matt Serra's gym.
Okay, but he's got
the
that.
same
I
gym
love
as the guy
Matt.
I'm fighting next.
What's that?
The same gym as the guy I'm fighting next. They're at Long Island.
Long Island. Yep, with all those guys.
Yeah, I mean,
I being a former champ, I think Lyoto. I mean, you beat Mark Munoz like that. Mark's ranked. What was he? 4 in the world, 5 in the world.
Yeah.
So I mean, I could possibly see him giving Lyoto a title shot next.
But who
else would you give it to?
You mean against his boy Anderson?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh no, Weidman. You mean?
Well, Weidman and Anderson have to fight.
Yeah, and then
they're fighting in December.
The problem to solve for Machida, the problem you have to solve, correct me if I'm wrong, is his counterpunching and those feet. Right?
People are
you're not taking him down. I mean, it's really hard to take him down.
You can't. Phil Davis showed you can if you set it up. But Phil Davis, ridiculous wrestling.
Yeah,
However, I think people are starting to try kind of figure Machida out, but then you see him get with guys, against Mark Munoz and stuff. It doesn't happen. So I don't know.
The problem, though, when somebody figures out Machida and they go out there and they don't overcommit and they do the whole,
you get a boring fight.
Yeah,
you get a horrible fight
ever.
You get a real boring fight.
With Machida, you're either going to get this ninja fight, or you're just going to sit there yawning.
You know who's not going to be interesting.
Who? Oh, take your time. Pausing.
You know who's not going to be scared to approach Machida? Jacare or Vitor. They'll come straight forward, both of them. Jacare's trying to get him down. Jacare's going to try and get him down. Jacare has the best jiu-jitsu at 85.
I know that Vitor will be looking for that front kick he paid for against Anderson Silva. I know he'll be looking for that.
And Vitor and Machida are both southpaws. It's always a tricky fight, man. Two southpaws.
What's your call on that fight?
If Vitor gets past Dan and they have to fight each other, first of all, it's going to be in Brazil. You can bank on that. They're going to fight in Brazil, I would imagine, if I'm Joe Silva and Dana White.
Of course.
I think Lyoto Machida's the next champion at 85.
You do.
I don't think anyone can beat him.
Yeah.
Little biased.
I also think that Machida's consistent, so mentally consistent. He feels like
he always shows
up.
up.
I've never seen him not show up.
Never.
That's a huge factor.
That's the difference between champions and legends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Machida's been around a long time for a reason. Like, that guy is mentally consistent. I don't know, man. I just don't know how, as amazing as Vitor is, how you solve those kicks and.
I don't know. He's going to be champ. There's so many great matchups for him. I think him going to 85 is the best thing for the UFC and for Lyoto Machida. I can't wait for it.
Yeah. What if Anderson wins, though? If Anderson beats...
they have to fight each other. It's business. They're going to fight each other.
Well, he's going to win. Right. Let me just say that.
So then he'll be the next champ. But then you think Lyoto...
I think they make Lyoto and Anderson fight.
Now, you think Lyoto wins?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You're out of your mind.
I don't know. I mean, they fight each other all the time, right? They spar with each other all the time.
They were. I don't think they've worked together in a little while. But
true.
they're really close friends.
Yeah, they're really close friends. That's hard.
Let me tell you something about friends. Yeah. When there's a title shot on the line and you realize how much money you can make and change the entire dimension of the way your family's living.
It's what you're doing it for, right? It's what you're doing it for.
It's the only reason you're doing it for.
Yeah.
And I would, if the UFC made me an offer, said you would fight Cody Donovan for a title, I would try and break his nose right now.
You'd insult his whole family.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's just that's part of the business. And then afterwards, we go about our business.
I remember talking.
Title shot's different. Yeah. Title shot's different. Now, if we're on the undercard and you're trying to make you fight your best friend, nah, man, no way.
Yeah. But you liked Matt Mitrione very much.
Listen, me and Matt were boys. It's not like I called Matt for advice, or if I was stressed out, I called Matt.
Right.
We were boys. We were acquaintances.
But you still punch a hole in each other's faces. I mean,
I put him to sleep and blew out his retina. Yeah, I think I would fight a friend. Yeah.
I didn't know.
You just had eye surgery. Yeah, things happen. Yeah, so be grateful in Loveline I didn't blow out your nose.
Hey, watch your P's and Q's, because you've not seen my back kick. You've not seen my wheel kick. You've not seen my roundhouse kick.
That's true.
And you've not seen me when I'm pissed.
That's true.
My eyes get when I just go when I do that,
then it's on.
Well, I've centered my hudas, and you're not moving me.
So let's just touch base on this fight for the troops card. I want Cody and Brian's picks here.
Yeah.
Brian, I want you to go first, because I want you to piggyback on Cody's picks. I want the real truth here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you some matchups. You give me the winners.
May I see it, please?
I'm going to read it off to you. I'm going to read it off to you.
I'd like to look at it, please.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, because you know why? Because you have no idea how to pronounce the names. Let's
Some
start
of them are
there.
tough. Some of them are
Johnny Crash apparently is Johnny Cash. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy.
I didn't know you're president of the Johnny Cash fan club.
Well,
congrats, man. Congrats.
Hey, I'm an American.
Must be the boringest club of all time. Congrats.
I love Johnny Cash.
Thank you.
For the record.
Thank you, Cody Donovan.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cody Donovan.
It makes sense. You are both very boring. Congrats. Maybe we can go to Abbott Kenny and try to play some Johnny Cash. Let's see how that goes.
That's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
Can we get to work here?
Yeah. Can we move on from Johnny Cash? Would
Tim
you
Kennedy,
shut up about him?
Rafael Nadal.
Fight for the troops, November 6th. All right. Fight for the troops. Tim Kennedy versus Nadal main event. Tim Kennedy was supposed to fight Lyoto. They took Lyoto off to fight Mark, right? That's not happening. So now you get Natal and Tim Kennedy. It's fight for the troops. Tim Kennedy was in Special Forces, was a
Green Beret.
Green Beret.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a badass and
Monster.
Couldn't be stronger. Couldn't be more muscular. Like if you said, Brian, who do you want to look like? It might in some ways.
He's a
Tim Kennedy.
good looking dude. He trains out of Jackson's. His cardio's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, in his last fight, he fought Hodger Gracie and out grappled him.
Yes, he did.
That's what you're dealing with.
Yes, he did. He's a monster.
The best jiu-jitsu guy, arguably on the planet, Hodger Gracie.
He's up there. He's up there.
He took Hodger's back at one point.
Yeah.
It's
It was
so
ridiculous.
crazy. Now explain.
It's a big
hold on.
opportunity for
Back
Natal.
up for a second. That had to have been nerves for Hodger.
No.
Just the overwhelming.
It's MMA.
Yeah, it's MMA. It's
I mean, if they roll jiu-jitsu, Hodger's
Forget
going
it.
to
Yeah.
destroy
But
him.
it's MMA. It's a
There's
different sport.
punches.
It's a different
You gotta
sport.
worry- Yeah, it's
Different
position.
sport.
It's a different sport,
Yeah.
but at the same time, too, it's...
Yeah.
Anyway,
But by the way, Tim Kennedy's a
Tim
monster.
Kennedy fight in front of his troops. I'm gonna take Tim Kennedy.
Yeah, I got.
Is anyone going against that?
I'm not going against.
Does anyone get slapped to the face
No.
for going against
Look,
USA?
He's a Green Beret. He's an American.
Fight in
He's
front
a
of the troops.
hero. And a large part of me wants to be him, so I'm going to go with Tim Kennedy.
I think we all want to be him here.
I'm actually going to piggyback off of what he said. I'm not going to say anything, but I'm just going to nod my head.
Look,
Yeah,
we're
do that.
Americans. We're Americans.
We're Americans. You
Everybody
gotta
at this
go
table
for it.
goes for Tim Kennedy.
If you don't pick Tim Kennedy, you're Al Qaeda. You're a terrorist.
Hey,
that's how we
whoa,
screen
whoa,
guys
sir.
at airports now.
Excuse me, sir.
That's how we're going to screen guys at airports now. As they're going through,
Who do you
real
got for the
quick.
fight?
Do you like Tim Kennedy or Natal? Natal, sir, can you step over here to your
Step
right?
over here, please.
Let's pat this guy down. That's how we're going to do it. All right, so everyone's taking Tim Kennedy. Otherwise, you're a terrorist. All right.
That's outrageous.
Liz Carmouche versus Davis. Let me tell you something about this. This is how you know the UFC is changing.
Yeah.
Liz Carmouche. This is the world we live in right now.
Yeah.
Lesbian.
God bless her.
Yeah, congrats. Lesbian. Female fighter.
Yeah.
Marine.
Yeah.
Co-main event in the UFC
Love
fight.
her. Thank you, UFC, by the way.
Yeah.
The UFC is a progressive organization. That's
Progressive is an understatement. Are you kidding me?
I know.
All this, bam, that's Liz Carmouche.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
In most cultures, she would be in the military, and she'd have
She would
to
be
keep
in the
her
military.
sexuality
She
a
definitely
secret
wouldn't be able to fight. In most cultures, she wouldn't be in the military, wouldn't be able to fight.
and wouldn't be able to be gay outwardly anyway.
No.
So you got to go with Carmouche just because of who she is.
Again,
as a human
you
being.
got to go with Carmouche.
And anybody who has a problem with that is going to meet my elbows. I work.
You're gonna have
elbows.
some problems. You go against Liz Carmouche publicly. You have some problems.
Well, there are a
because you
lot
got
of
the
people that would.
gays.
Yeah.
You got the gays. You got the Marines behind
Yeah.
her, and now you got all the female fighters rooting
And you
around.
got people like us who don't care.
We don't
about
care.
her being
Not
gay.
to mention she can fight. I mean,
And she can fight, and she's
a
earned her
fighter, bro.
spot.
Yeah.
She's not there because she's in the military, or well, this is Fight for the Jews, but she's not there because she's gay and a woman. She's there because she's a woman who fights well.
dude,
That's what
I
it is.
like how
This is
everybody
correct.
just
We're
forgets
so
that-
politically correct here, you guys.
Guys, everybody seems to forget that she almost twisted Rousey's head off.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know
True.
if you guys saw
Yeah.
that fight.
She did,
Yeah.
and then Ronda chucked her off and armbarred and broke her arm. But
Hey,
yeah,
it
that
was
was, she was
easy,
close.
easy.
Sure, sure,
Close.
sure. We
Easy
don't,
over
like,
there.
we don't need.
Congrats.
It
So
happened.
That's
The bottom line is Cody's got a point there.
He
all
does
right?
have no. She won her last fight.
almost twisted
She
her
won
head
her
off.
last fight.
She's a badass.
You know what you got to do though. She has to come out of the limelight of being the girl who almost beat Ronda Rousey. You don't want that. You almost beat this person.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah.
So she's kind of forming her own path right now.
Well,
that's
I-
what she needs
I
to do.
applaud
And
her.
this is huge. She won her last fight, dominated some poor girl.
Yep.
Dominated her, and now here she is on the co-main event of Fight for the Troops.
I love it, man.
Everyone's,
I love that
everyone's
we-
taking Liz Carmouche.
But let me tell
Is
you
anyone
something.
not taking Liz Carmouche in
I'm
here?
taking
Who's she fighting?
Davis,
Davis. I don't know.
Who's
You got a picture of her?
She's actually tough. I've seen her fight.
Alexis Davis. She's
Yeah.
super
She's-
tough.
she's
Are you
no
kidding
joke.
me?
She's
yeah,
tough. She's no joke.
Super tough.
And cute, by the way. And cute.
Well, yeah.
I'm going
Cutie
Carmouche.
pie. Look, man. The bottom line is that I love it because it's a meritocracy. There is no hype. There's no publicity. I live in a business where if you got the right agent and the right publicist, you can create some noise and get away with some stuff for a while. When you're in that octagon, nobody's there to help you, and fighting doesn't care about anything. It just wants to know whether or not you can put your fist in someone's face. Hey, great, Brian. That was really deep, wasn't it?
Yeah, I get an idea. How would you save that next time?
Look, it's Jorge Masvidal and Rustam Khabilov.
That's the fight of the night right there.
Well,
that will be the best fight on the card. I guarantee
monsters.
that. Either Kennedy or Natal or this.
You know I'm going
Both
with, right?
monsters.
You know I'm going with.
You're probably going with the Russian.
Yes, I
because you're
am.
scared of Russians.
Yes, I am. Rostov.
That makes
Khabilov.
sense.
They make
He's a Jackson's guy.
They make a ridiculously strong human being up in that part of the. I think he comes from the Tartar steppes.
Are you making
I think he's
this
from
up?
Kyrgyzstan or
you
something
making
like
this up?
that. No, he's the Brian Callen of
and
Fight
tough. You know, just years of being cold and hungry.
Jordan
Oh,
Masvidal is a
yeah.
beast, though, man. Beast. He's so good. He's so talented, man.
Yeah.
Super
Why
talented.
don't you make out with him, bro?
I
Anyway,
might. He's very underrated. A lot of UFC people don't know about him.
By
He
the
came
way,
from
that's
Strikeforce.
Jorge. I don't know if you're.
Jorge. Jorge.
His name would be Jorge.
Again,
Jorge,
again,
where we come from.
again, whatever though.
What we call him, Georgie?
George.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I believe I said Jorge, but I don't know.
Then you got the two Ultimate
what is-
Fighter
what is
winners
you-
finishing off.
Well, you guys are missing a very important fighter in this, but that's okay. And I'm gonna educate both of you. I'm gonna educate both of you
Please.
in a second, because it's amazing how unprepared you are for the job that we do. And this is where the kid comes in, and you're welcome, America. And you both are welcome for bailing you out, because there's a gentleman on this card, and his name is Yoel Romero. You might want to look at his wrestling.
from ATT?
You might want
He's
to
from
look at
ATT?
You might want to look. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
You might want to look at his
Damn it,
wrestling.
man.
You might want to look at his
How did
wrestling
I know he's from
pedigree.
ATT? If anyone's from ATT,
Yeah.
you don't shut up about him.
Well, you might want to look up his wrestling pedigree. He's the best wrestler by far. By far. Beat a guy named Cael Sanderson, a world champion wrestler.
Hey, let me stop you real quick.
Yeah,
Let me
go
stop you
ahead.
real quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is the UFC.
Yeah.
Wrestling, what you did,
Yeah.
does not matter. His
Yeah.
record's 5-1.
Yeah, I know. He's new to the game. You have to understand, he's not hearing a peep out of anybody anymore.
Ronnie Marks begs
Okay?
to differ.
Oh, well, would you want to pick some?
You wanna bet
pick-
on this?
Oh, I sure do.
What do you want to bet, Brian?
I want to bet my house on this. and I'm going to
Wow.
and I'm going to say
My place versus your
yeah,
place?
and I'm going to keep going with
I
this.
want pink slips.
You're going to be hearing about Yoel Romero. You're all going to be hearing about Yoel Romero very soon. Yoel Romero,
Soldier of God is his nickname.
he's not hearing a peep out of anybody.
Let's bet.
That's
bet.
a fight.
I'll take Ronnie Marks.
That's a fight
Let's
for
bet.
Anderson Silva, by the way, very soon. Yeah, I said it.
You
Yeah.
just lost all credibility on this podcast.
No, it's Yoel Romero.
His
The be-
wrestling's ridiculous. I agree.
Well, he's-
Anderson Silva?
Well, he's the best wrestler. He's the best wrestler by far. And there's Daniel Cormier, of course, but you're talking about a world champion. You're talking about a world champion and then a silver medalist, then a bronze medalist, then a world champion again. I mean, his wrestling pedigree is ridiculous. Watch him punching and kicking. He's such a ball of fast twitch muscle. I've never seen anything like it. He looks like a superhero. It's going to be.
I think he's
gonna
had
be
one
ridiculous.
fight. He's only had one fight in the UFC.
He's lost
Did you
one.
see that
His
fight?
first fight he lost, and I saw that fight. He lost to a very experienced killer, and I can't remember his name, a Brazilian guy who is a killer.
I mean,
say killer again.
We're
Yeah.
killers, bro.
Say
this
killer
is
again.
the UFC. They're
Yeah.
killers.
Yeah.
Say
They're all
killer.
killers.
Say killer again.
You're
for
right,
me.
but he lost to a very experienced fighter, very very experienced fighter, and I'm blanking.
He's 36. You realize that, right?
That's the one factor. He is 36 years old, but please understand that Yoel Romero, over the next, I'm going to say, 3 years, is somebody you're going to hear about.
You think he's the most talented wrestler in the UFC right now?
I would say that his pedigree suggests that, and more importantly, he beat Cael Sanderson twice, and a lot of people would consider Cael Sanderson. I think I've never seen anybody walk to a gold medal.
He's
with the
one.
way he did.
Would you shut up about wrestling for 2
sorry
seconds?
about that.
He's 1-1 in the UFC. He beat Clifford Starks,
Yeah.
and he knocked Clifford Starks out, and then he lost to Jay-Z Calvinte, who Jay-Z's a monster.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Or Fei Zhao, my bad. Fei Zhao. Yeah. He's a monster.
He's a monster.
Super monster.
He's a monster.
I agree. That's a super tough fight for
Yeah.
that guy.
So, and by the way, Fei Zhao had to, pack a lunch for that.
Well, the second round KO, but okay. Yeah.
Yeah. The bottom line is, Yoel Romero is a nightmare for
He is a
anyone.
night for sure. No doubt he's a nightmare.
He's a nightmare. He's just so physically gifted and is picking up on the.
So what are we betting on this?
And
You pick. What are we betting on
trains
this?
with Hector Lombard. I mean, that's his main training partner. So I got to go with Yoel Romero, and I'm always going to go with Yoel Romero. Yeah. Pause.
I feel sick.
Pause.
I feel sick. I feel sick
Hold-
because you
hold
don't
on.
shut
You
up.
gotta
At
let people
ATT.
let that settle in. I'm always going to go with Yoel Romero.
So
There it
if
is.
Ronnie Marks beats him, then dinner anywhere I want dinner,
Anywhere you want. I'll buy an expensive bottle of wine too.
and we'll take pictures. Let's post it on Instagram, Twitter.
Done. Yeah.
Oh,
So
I love it.
Now what happens if
Same thing. Any day you want. Just you, not all your kids. And
Get your hand off your face.
Not all-
What are you talking
No,
about?
no,
You thought about you take a nap here? What's going on?
No, this
literally
is
leaning
my
into his
serious
hand like-
face. This is my
It's unbelievable.
serious face.
The guy's literally leaning on his face, like on his hand, like he's, am I boring you? We're doing a podcast. Amazing.
No, you won't shut up about wrestling AT&T. So I just kind of zoned out for about 20
can't
minutes.
stand-
Why is one of your eyes closed?
Whenever I'm on ATT's tip, and I am, he gets so mad.
You train there, or what's your deal with them?
No, he's never trained there.
I'm friends with Mike Brown and friends with
Friends? They both
Thiago
went
Silva.
to one of his shows.
No, they come every time.
And now he's
We
talking
hang
about
all the time.
Matt went to your shows. You're not friends with Matt Mitrione? Why?
I
Why
love
don't you
Matt.
like
I love Matt. Hey, Matt, I've texted you 3 times. You won't text me back.
I hear you. He won't text
Then
me.
again, I
either.
was
love
yelling
you, man.
cage side at you to put him out. But I love Matt. And he's awesome. Let's go
a great
on.
card,
Let's
man.
go with Smith and.
Wait a minute. There's one more matchup on there that we need to talk about. Neil Magny.
Oh, yeah? Who's he fighting?
I don't know.
Exactly.
But Neil's my boy. Go Neil.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seth Basinski.
Because I'll tell you what. Oh, I know Seth as well.
Seth is tough.
Seth's a tough
fight for
dude.
Neil.
But here's the deal, man. Neil got a little choked up in his last fight in Brazil. He fought a tough black belt.
A little choked up.
He got-
No, he got
and-
taken down and submitted.
Sure. Neil is a stud, bro. We call him the gazelle. The guy's got a pace like that does not end.
Good cardio for
He's
sure.
a stud, man. I'm telling you, Neil's a stud.
It was a tough fight for him last time. He went to Brazil and he fought this
I don't want,
six-time
if I'm
world
a fighter,
champion.
I don't want my nickname to be the Gazelle, though. I'll take anything but the Gazelle.
He's like a really tall, skinny black dude, so
Yeah.
I'm really pushing for the gazelle. I don't know if he'll go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't want the fighting gazelle.
I mean, not really, because gazelles are just food.
Yeah, gazelles are
I mean-
kind of the bitches of the
yeah,
jungle.
that's- you could-
Or, right?
That's
They're
what you
kind
call
of the bitches of Africa.
food on hooves.
But they don't stop.
Hey, how
But
about
they're
this?
not dangerous in the least bit.
Bro, let's put it this way. When I see a gazelle, my mouth waters, okay? So, I mean, that's the bottom line. So,
So yeah, I don't want to be called the gazelle either.
do you have to insult the guy? I mean,
Really?
he got choked
Why
out.
you got to name the gazelle, man?
Because his pace, bro, he doesn't stop. He just goes and goes and
Yeah.
goes.
Well,
Maybe you could call him the hummingbird. I
Yeah.
don't. I mean, I wonder-
yeah, I was going to say. But listen, you're trying, Cody. And that's
you're
important.
trying.
That's what we
Neil the Gazelle Magny.
Neil's a stud.
Neil's a stud. We're not saying that, but you're trying to nickname him the Gazelle, and that sucks.
I didn't even come up with it, bro. I'm just telling you what we call him.
Well, listen,
Well, you're contributing if you're calling him
Yeah.
the Gazelle.
obviously, yeah.
You tell him I want to call him the night hummingbird.
Watch his hooves. Watch his hooves. Watch those hooves.
Watch his antlers. If
Watch it,
if he
dude.
turns at a weird angle, it's gonna prick you. Watch his ankle.
They'll poke it.
Have you ever seen their antlers? They're so close to their
They
head.
got crappy.
Not-
They got crappy little antlers. They can't even do anything.
They can't do anything to you.
They can't even. They suck for everything.
You know what they can do?
I
They
guess-
can run.
They can run.
They can
can
run.
move.
That's not good if you're a fighter.
Oh, and by the way, they get caught all the time.
all the time.
So they
They're
suck
food.
at that too.
They're food.
As soon as they may try to cut,
We might
as soon as they may cut,
we might need to rethink the gazelle.
The gazelle. Yeah, not
Let's
good.
not call him the gazelle.
Maybe the minnow. The minnow. Like
Jeez.
Cody's taking this personal.
Just call him food. All right. What? Let's go up here.
Kamosi Larkin's a beast of a fight. Lorenzo Larkin versus Chris Kamosi. That's a good fight.
Is Kamosi? Was he
From Denver.
That's it. Yeah.
From Denver. Kid always brings it. His last fight, you saw him
He's
in
got the
Brazil.
Trans Am. He's got the Trans Am logo on his chest.
The last fight, you saw him in Brazil against Jacare. He was a late replacement.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
fun. He got submitted in the
that's-
first round.
That's so hard when you get thrown.
That's
to
a
the
really good
wolves.
fight, though.
But when you get thrown to the wolves like that, has that happened to either one of you guys when you're younger and you get thrown to some? Well,
I mean,
You-
I fought Roy Nelson with 4 fights.
Yeah.
He had 30. He's a world
and
champion.
Big Nog.
Yeah.
I fought Big Nog with 6 fights. I mean, no, I don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
that's a
I have no idea.
That's a nightmare.
I fought in Australia on 9 days' notice. You like that one?
I guess you just got to go, huh?
These two,
Michael Chiesa is
Chiesa versus Colton Smith. How's that for pronunciation?
He just
Yep.
cracks me up. And Michael Chiesa is that guy who is just hard to manage. There's something about him. He's not.
He's the guy you'd pick on if you saw him at a bar.
Of
If he said
course.
something, you'd pick on him. and
Of
then
course,
he'd
he's
destroy
emotional.
you.
He cries. And
Born and raised in Aurora, Colorado. Not a big deal. It's just in Aurora. It's just champions are coming out of Aurora, Colorado.
Yeah,
It's weird.
But he doesn't. He defies, logic in that sense. And
They're
he's a
both
winner.
tough winners. They both
Yes.
won the Ultimate Fighter.
I know.
Colton Smith, Chiesa. Who you got?
Is Chiesa from Aurora?
Chiesa? Chiesa. That's
from
how you
your-
sell it.
Chiesa.
From your
Chiesa.
hometown, brother.
Chiesa.
Wow.
Yeah, man. If he's from Aurora, I gotta go.
Just
Chiesa.
like that, huh?
That's the way it goes.
Geography. That's how
We
you make
stick
it.
together.
Yeah, I'm taking him too.
I have to.
He's
go
a
with-
stud.
I have to go.
And
with
you know
Chiesa
what? You know
because
how he's going to win? Submission.
he's a good-looking guy. He should shave that beard. The beard is ridiculous.
I agree. The beard's not a good look.
He's too thin for a beard like that.
He looks homeless.
Well, and he looks like somebody took a big head and put it on a skinny body. I mean, did somebody Photoshop that head? Michael, you got to shave your beard. You're a good-looking guy.
I agree.
What are you
Great,
hiding under that beard?
dude. I know. I'm with you,
Does
man.
he keep bees in his beard? What does he do with that thing?
I know.
That's a lot to manage. I got a beard, but that's a beard.
I'm taking Michael in this one. Anyone taking Colton Smith?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
Good card either way. Cody,
Yeah.
I want to talk to you about tell people about the pressure of an opponent change 2 weeks out from a fight. If Robert Drysdale was sitting here right now and came up to you, sorry, bro, my ratio's 20-1, how's that make you feel?
I mean,
Are you mad at him? I mean, what's the deal?
Yeah, I mean,
You're upset.
I'm not upset with him, man. What if the guy's got low testosterone, and he has to supplement or whatever. I don't know his medical problems. It is what it is. Like, part of it, you're like, man, the guy's got to get juiced up to fight you. That makes you feel good, right? But the other part of it is, we put a lot of work into building that game plan, and
because you're visualizing about this one
man.
certain
I'm
guy.
seeing his face every day, doing my visualizations.
That's what
and,
kills
I
you,
wanna go
'cause you
fight
do
this
your
dude,
game
you know?
That's the
planning
big.
for
Listen, it's stressful enough, and then when it's opponent's change, it's tough, man.
Well, because you game plan for one guy, right?
Well, you got to psych yourself up too. Like the guy's a phenomenal black belt. So
Amazing jiu-jitsu.
I got to psych myself
Ridiculous
up. Like, dude,
jiu-jitsu.
I have the blueprint to beat this guy, and I got to get myself wrapped around that. And I was there, man. I was ready to do it. Now I don't get to fight him. So
when you fight a guy like Drysdale who's that good at jiu-jitsu, the game plan obviously is not to engage, shut him down, keep his hips up, that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think the most important thing that you want to start with is you don't want to focus on where you don't want to be. You just want to focus on what you want to do. So if it goes to those positions, I kind of work. We call it the Shab shutdown. You might have seen him do it in Metamoris.
I sure did.
So
I'm coming out with a DVD
just,
series, shutting it down with Shab. 3 easy DVD series to breaking down
the art of stalling.
And
the art of shutting down a 6-time world champ.
And I step in and I go, cool, every once in a while. Good stuff.
Just jump out,
no shirt on,
but no in your underwear.
Yeah,
no pants, cashmere.
I'm wearing
Ooh, now we're
Brendan's underwear. I'm coming back with 3 deer. I'm going hunting with Joe Rogan the 21st.
Why do you guys go? Why do you and Joe Rogan go hunting by yourselves? It's weird to me,
it's
man.
It's a love thing.
It's weird.
We're gonna kill. I can get 3 deer. I'm gonna have a freezer full of deer meat.
I think if you're killing stuff, you're missing something in life. Why are you killing stuff?
No,
What are you talking about, bro? That's the essence of being a man.
Yeah, you got to hunt. You're not ready. You're a city boy.
You know what? Someone get ready to bleep me out. Go yourselves. Because how about you two go get one sleeping bag, drive into the freaking wilderness.
It does keep you warm.
Listen to Johnny Cash and kill stuff.
You ate a chicken salad today.
Yeah, dude.
Didn't you?
I did not eat a chicken
You are
salad.
a coward.
I did not eat
Yes,
a
you
chicken
did.
salad. It was fish.
Hey,
It was fish.
bro. It has a face, doesn't it? It's a living being. Let me tell you something, man. I kill stuff I do it myself. I kill the gazelles of the north, and that's another word for a deer, by the way. And it's good meat. It's good meat. I actually call them forest cows. I call them forest cows.
Forest cows.
because they're that plentiful. I call them forest cows, and I'll punch a deer in its face. Look at Cody Donovan, dude. Look at that picture.
Look at him peacocking
I
his chest.
hate that picture.
Dude, you
if
are
there was somebody
arching your back.
if there was somebody at the UFC that I can contact, please use a different picture.
Bro, listen to me. You've got the posture of a Chiquita banana in that picture. I appreciate
Look at my abs, bro. My abs look all weird and bumpy.
Listen, I'd like to have a body like that. I'd like to be 240 and all kinds.
I'd like it if he had some sort of a tan in that.
It is not
Good
a
Lord.
flattering photo.
Dude, it's called the sun. I mean, you look like you belong on True Blood. What the hell's going on? It's ridiculous.
My ancestors came from cold
they
places,
did. You're clearly a Viking, bro.
furs
You're
and just-
clearly a Viking.
Yeah.
There's no confusing what ethnicity Cody is.
Do we get to talk about St. Pierre Hendricks yet or
Not
no?
yet.
Wow.
Not yet. Let's save it.
All right.
We're going to save that for the week of when we go to Dana White's office.
we got Lawler McDonald.
No, there's great fights on there, man. We're saving it. Cowboys on
When
that
you
card.
guys do the predictions for that, if either one of you says that I'm not going to win, there's going to be some issues.
You got to be careful with this guy.
You kidding
I
me?
never know what he's going to lead my way.
I like the other guy.
I'm a two-faced guy, but I'm definitely never gonna go against you. I promise. I promise. You could be fighting. You know, Shane Carwin, and Shane.
Well, I mean, we got a bunch of stuff coming up.
Dude, Vitor looks.
We
pretty
got
jacked.
another fight night in Brazil. Let me tell you, a place you don't want to fight Vitor Belfort is in Brazil, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's just destroying guys in Brazil.
Yeah.
So we got, but Dan Henderson, hey, he's a wrestler. Geez, who are you going to pick, Brian?
Well, I'm going to go. Dan is a lot older than Vitor at this point. He might not be. Actually.
Neither one of them are young.
No,
it's
they're
not a good
anymore.
point.
Because I knew Vitor when he was 19, so it's so funny.
Oh, whoa, back up. You knew him at 19, or you watched him at 19?
I knew him. I trained at Carlson Gracie. When I first came to LA in 1996, and Vitor was in there, and he was so awesome and nice.
Amazing guy.
He's such a sweet person. And he was this 19-year-old, 20-year-old kid. Couldn't have been better looking. Couldn't have been more muscular. Couldn't have been such. And back then,
One of the pioneers
he was
of the sport.
buzzsawing through guys,
killing guys.
I mean,
the phenom.
He was the phenom.
The phenom.
And
Russian people.
It's a beautiful
hands down by his waist, knocking guys out.
Yeah, and he's just he's had such a journey, the personal things he's been through and everything else, and so
you should see his family. It's literally like out of a magazine.
all gorgeous.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
When Vitor flew myself, Nate Marquardt, and George St. Pierre in for when he's fighting Anthony Rumble Johnson to help him out. We're all in Vegas.
He's got
I
some
think
money.
I saw you there too. Vitor?
Yeah.
He's been doing this for a while. He's a mega superstar in Brazil. Can't even walk the streets.
Love him.
Anyways, we're all in Vegas. The three of George, Nate, and I, we're all staying in Vegas helping out Vitor. And he has he rented out this private gym. We're helping him out. And his family comes in, and they all took a picture together. I mean, I wish I had this picture on my phone.
Best looking people in the world.
It was like Pleasantville. They literally the best looking family I've ever seen in my life. His wife is ridiculous looking, and his kids. It looks like a combination of them. He's doing something right.
Beautiful.
He made some deal with God.
Brazilians might be the best looking people in
I
the
think
world.
so. I agree.
mean, collectively,
I agree. The women.
yeah. And the dudes. I'd be training, and I'd see some guy
You
come
said
in.
and the dudes. Okay, that's cool.
I'm just saying, as a man,
Hashtag no homo.
I can appreciate a peacock.
I'm with you. I appreciate a good looking dude.
You
I'm not
more than
gay.
anybody.
For sure.
You more than anybody.
There's no reason.
And you are a little gay, and that's okay.
You're
be
super
honest.
gay. Let's be real here.
It depends on the guy.
The other night when we were peeing in stalls together, you leaned over to look what I was working
Listen,
with.
you
liked it.
No, you had a very tight mouth. You towered over me, and you were looking right down at my. We were peeing next to each other.
We were peeing next to each other after Love Line.
I dwarfed you. It was amazing. Now,
that never happened.
I guess we're not going to talk about. I can't wait to talk about this. I can't wait to talk about.
UFC 167.
Yeah.
Save it.
All right.
Tell me about Vitor Belfort, Dan Henderson. Who you got?
I think
Keep it simple. Who you got?
Very simply, it's Vitor Belfort. Dan has got that
Huge right hand by Dan.
Huge right hand, but he's also got that crazy head, that indestructible head. But I don't know what he does. I don't know what he has that Vitor hasn't seen and can't plan for. And can't.
If you're a fight
I think
fan,
Dan's a little slow now.
Bro,
I think he's slower. His body feels slower.
If you're a fight fan, Vitor Belfort, Dan Henderson is what you live for.
Yeah.
These are two of
Veterans.
the legends.
Veteran legends,
man.
yeah.
This is what you want.
Yeah, well, Dan Henderson is, he's.
I love both of them.
You speak of him in hushed tones. He's awesome. But at the end of the day, I think Dan feels, in his last fight, he seems slower.
This fight has classic written all over it. And oh yeah, gentlemen, free on Fox Sports 1.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Get the family around, gather around, and watch this classic fight.
Yeah.
How long can Henderson go on? I was stuck in, I think we were in Nebraska or something. I was stuck in the airport on a layover, and so was he for like an hour. And I watched him just kind of waddle around this airport. The guy's a legend. I look up.
But
who
that's
doesn't look up to
Cody.
him? But he
That's
is
the question
broken,
people
bro.
ask.
Like,
That's the question people ask. That you don't want to be a fighter. You don't want to be a fighter at 41 or 42, where people are saying how much longer can he go. I think that's not good for you, and I think
it's good for his bank account when he's pulling 7 figures.
Now
you both can shut your mouth for a little
what
bit.
physical cost?
I'm not
Everyone
hating.
just
My
kinda
wife was like,
easy. You got loud. Let's be real here.
my
You got a
wife
little
was
loud.
like, babe, are you gonna walk like that? Like he was, dude.
You already walk a little funky. You're pigeon-toed. I've been meaning to talk to you about this.
It is. It does take a crazy toll.
He just goes, all right.
It takes a toll on your body.
I love Dan Henderson. I'm just
Obviously.
saying, dude, the guy's been.
You don't
want to
see him carried out on a shield. You want to see him
Yeah.
walking out with a shield in hand.
Won't be mad if he has a 24-karat gold handicap chair rolling around in it when he's getting paid 7 figures.
Yes, he will, Mr. Materialist. fantastic. Okay,
Just saying.
Excuse me, sir. I don't know if you know this. There's more to life than just money. All right.
I'm just saying that maybe he walks around the airport like Quasimodo, but he oils up those knees when he gets in the cage, and he's pretty damn dangerous.
Yeah, but everybody has a stop point.
Expiration date for sure.
And
yours was in 6th grade. I'm still fighting.
That's
Not a big
crazy
deal.
talk. Dude, I'm just getting started. You should have seen me hitting the tennis ball the other day.
I hate when you talk about tennis.
But I was literally.
I hate when when I text you, I'm like, hey, meet me off Abbott Kenny. Like, bro, I got tennis.
Now backhand is because it's a push.
What about when you serve it? What about when you serve it? Like Agassi. Sound like Agassi. Man.
Yeah, dude.
How fast is your serve?
I
bet it's 57. I bet it's 57.
You're not getting it
Oh, my
back.
boy, Sampras.
57?
57. Sampras is over 100.
Hey,
57.
bro, 57?
57 miles an hour.
Excuse
I can
me?
throw the tennis ball faster than you can hit it with a racket.
You're not only are you not returning my serve, I'm going to hit you with it. It's going to hurt you. You got to take a day off from training.
Who are you taking lessons with? Who are you taking lessons with?
You got a deep muscle
Who are you
bruise.
taking lessons with? And
I'm
where at?
I'm taking lessons with my boy G.
G. Never heard of him.
No, he's got a. Damn, I wish I had his website. I got to talk about it. It's.
No, don't plug your tennis guy's website.
I know, but he's very
what's
good.
his name?
You did kind of walk him right into that.
I know him as
What's his name
G.
though? You know him as G. Okay, I don't know any famous G tennis players.
He's a very good teacher. And
did he teach you to do that whole wounded raccoon serve voice you're doing?
No, that's not. That's a power serve. Hey, watch this. Watch this. This is what you hear if I play Brendan. Ready? And I serve, and all of a sudden you hear, I can't train today. Dude, my ribs. That's
and
what
where do you
happens,
play
bro.
at?
Huh?
What days do you play?
Wherever I want, bro. Wherever I want.
Well,
That's
Marina
where I
Del
play.
Rey, we have some nice tennis courts.
That's what's great about Southern
How about you come
California.
down there? How about you come down there? I'm going to be down there in my nice short shorts, all right?
Yeah.
Cheeks blasting, quads a-blazing, with tennis shoes on, and I'm going to whoop your ass in
don't want a
tennis.
piece of me.
You're going to be so discouraged
In tennis?
because you've been taking lessons.
Sweetie, you don't want a piece of me.
You think you can beat me in tennis?
You won't get a game off me.
Oh, my God.
You're not getting
this is
you know
ridiculous.
that. Do you know that? Do you play tennis?
I have.
Oh, you're not getting a game.
You're f***ing crazy.
You're not getting
how
a
about,
game.
How about
I'm going to kill you in tennis.
You're going to kill me. How about when we played volleyball? I took over and won the game for us. Beach volleyball.
Let's not get
My back
carried away.
hurt. My back hurt.
Sir, I was.
You did serve well. I'll give you that. You served well.
You think?
The easiest part in the game.
Where I racked up at least 10 points a game. Nobody has an answer for my serve.
Well, I wasn't on
tennis. In volleyball or tennis.
Oh my God! I will destroy you in anything athletic.
And you had nothing to. You had nothing. You got those things over because of my sets, my picture perfect sets.
Real quick, do you think you could return Serena or?
That's a negative.
Not even
Too
close.
much spin. It's impossible.
Not even close.
You can't. They're too good. You got to predict where the ball's going. They're too consistent. You're not getting a point off those.
No, you're not. You're probably not even going to see the ball.
No. But there are several sports I beat you at, and
well, it's not tennis. So what else you got?
no, it's definitely tennis.
What else you got? We could do a whole freaking field day.
Not
like
basketball. I don't know about baseball. We'll go to a batting cage and see what. Did you ever play baseball?
Yeah. I played a little baseball. Yeah. What? Name something else. Keep going. You sure as hell not beat me in any of the major American sports. Maybe badminton. No.
I'd probably throw a javelin farther. I was a javelin.
Not
thrower.
a chance. What else you got? Keep going, man.
I wonder, can you throw a ball? How do you do with a football? You catch football. You can't really throw a football, huh?
Can't throw a football?
No, you throw
60 yards.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You throw like a rugby player? I mean, I'm not talking about underhand, dude. I'm talking about overhand.
I'm talking
like an
overhand.
Like an
60
American.
yards.
I know you don't like Johnny
60
Cash.
yards.
I don't know if you're.
Johnny Cash?
You play rugby? I don't know. Cause I don't know what you're into. I can't figure it out. Obviously, you have a problem with Johnny Cash.
You know what? I bet you like Johnny Cash so much when you play tennis. Do you put Johnny Cash on to get you fired up? No. No one does.
Why do you?
When else are you going to play?
Why do you hate Johnny Cash?
I just don't.
Name one Johnny Cash song.
Walk the Line. Ring of Fire. What else you got?
You know two.
Yeah, I know a couple. Oh, and I saw the movie. Enjoyed the movie. Loved the movie. It was a train wreck. Loved the movie. It was a train wreck.
Was he?
Oh, he's an American hero.
Is he though?
Yes.
Yeah. Brendan doesn't know a lot. All right, what are we doing? We have. You know what? What I'm excited about is that I was just alerted by DJ, our engineer / producer / Fox representative, that they have a we're going to be shooting at the Fox Studios. We're going to be shooting video, and by the way, they have a ping pong table there. I'm not hearing a peep out of you on the ping pong. You know that.
I feel like I've already won because we were talking about sports.
What?
And now you got a result to the ping pong table.
But it's just eye-hand coordination. I'm just going to show you what I'm about. That's all it is.
That's fine with me.
You're
I'm going to
get
destroy
frustrated.
you.
You're going to get frustrated because you got nothing for my top spin.
Top spin.
Yeah, I got a lot of top spin. I'm a very good athlete, ladies and gentlemen, and that's the important thing. Are we going to wrap this up? I got a step class I got to get to. What time is it? It's 4:04. We're at exactly 1 hour, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, we have 5 more minutes.
I'll talk as long as you want. Let's say, you know.
How about this? So Cody's in town. I have a few more friends over. I thought it'd be cool to rent some scary movies. And I'm going, you know what you don't want me doing? Sports, sure. You want advice on sports, life? Yeah, sure. Listen to me. Don't let me pick out movies.
Don't do it.
I might be the worst of all time.
Is that right?
The last time I'm in town, he's got me watching Tyler Perry's Temptations. You can't make this up, bro.
I like girly movies,
Just a couple of guys sitting around in their underwear watching Tyler Perry's Temptations.
Brendan has a feminine side. Like if you ask him what rock and roller he wants to be like David Bowie or somebody pretty.
I said Journey. I'd like to be the lead singer of Journey.
Who was at my sister's house the other day, Steve Perry.
Really?
And you weren't there, but I invited you. Yeah.
I know.
He's a great guy.
We watched Paranormal Activity 4. Horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. I'm just not good at it.
First
man.
two scared
What
me.
was the first one we tried to watch?
We tried
to turn
watching
the first one off.
The Exorcist of Emily Rose 2. I never saw 1.
That was the last Exorcism too.
That might be right.
So I mean, just
Did you ever see
the title
Cinema
alone.
Paradiso?
And when you bring home that of a movie,
Yeah.
no one has a good time at the Schaub household.
No.
Nobody. It f***ed up the whole vibe. There's not one
It's
person
such
left
a
with
bummer.
a smile on their
It's
face.
such a
And like
bummer.
everyone's like, I'll see you tomorrow, man, or something. I was like, damn, later, bro. I felt bad. I didn't know though, man. I'm notoriously known for this. I have a problem.
Favorite 5 movies of all time.
Not Gravity. And I saw Grandma's Boy, or not Grandma's Boy. I saw Grandpa.
Yeah.
Bad Grandpa.
Was it funny?
It was average. It was all right. We could go film something funnier right now. You and I
Really?
could right now. Yeah, I thought it was decent.
Was Steve-O in the movie? Because he's my boy. He's coming down. Oh, Steve-O's going to be there on Saturday.
Just Saturday.
He's going to co-headline with me Saturday. He's
Hold
doing
on, no. Stop the track.
Yeah.
Steve-O from Jackass
Yeah.
is opening up for you
Well, he's
as
not-
a comic, or is he
dude,
there like, whoa, Steve-O,
way,
put
dude.
hot sauce in my eye?
Dude, he's funny as hell. Are you kidding me? Steve-O, let me tell you something about that guy. All seriousness. He decided to start doing comedy about 3 years ago. That dude,
Once Jackass ended, he started
he's
doing
so
comedy.
good at it. He tells stories. He's so funny. I watched him at the Improv the other day, crushing a room. That dude, and I gave him props on stage.
Like telling jokes, or he's just telling
Yes.
stories about his life.
Both.
He's writing jokes.
Yes, I got up on stage. I
He's
go,
not
dude.
like
Do you know how
Staple
hard
in
it
his-
is for a guy like Steve-O to do? I go, this is a
Well,
guy.
he's been an entertainer his whole life. Jackass is entertaining.
He's also
an entertainer.
like, he's also such a good human being. Like he loves people, and it helps. I think a lot of times he tells these stories.
He's sober now. He's sober now.
He tells jokes. He's impossible not to like. And I got up and I said to the audience, I go, you know how hard that is for a dude to get up after he's already been a star with money and all that and a lot to lose and be that good after 3 years, and he's good. And I'm talking about getting legit laughs, legit. And then this is the kind of guy.
I'll tell you who's not funnier than Brian Callen.
Doesn't matter. Here's the point. Here's what's awesome about Steve-O. He comes down. He goes. He's going to come down to San Diego and do my show for no money, just because he's just there to support me and go. Yeah, sure, I'll open for you. No ego.
That's pretty cool.
He's a headliner.
That's pretty
no
cool.
ego. He's just like, I'm just going to.
He's a headliner.
Steve-O's headlines all over the country and draws huge crowds.
Hey, that's cool, man. I had no idea.
And he's just coming down for me. He's just going to, and he goes, I'm not taking any money, dude. I was like, you're unbelievable. So I love that guy.
I think you should have to staple something to your body in honor of Steve-O.
Ooh, I like that. Or let's put hot sauce in your eye.
He's a beautiful dude.
Let's put hot sauce in your eye
Dude,
at the show.
I know. He'll do crazy
Or maybe
stuff.
you'll sniff like some
Wasabi.
crazy glue or
All
something.
right, maybe I will. I'm not like that. I'm such a baby about that.
Me too. I can't do that stuff. I can't even watch that stuff.
But
That's awesome.
props
So is
to
Steve-O
him.
there Saturday and Sunday? Or why see him
He's
Sunday?
definitely there Saturday, maybe there Sunday.
Can you talk him into Sunday?
Yes, I can.
Big Brown, Steve-O, Brian Callen,
That's
Sunday.
what I'm talking about. He's just do you know him?
I don't.
You gotta get to
I
know
don't.
him. He's the best.
I saw him at the airport and he big timed me. Yeah, that
I love
happened.
that guy. I love that guy. I'll big time you right now. I'll big time you right now. Cody Donovan, he's really blonde. He's got a strong jaw and a Nazi haircut, but he believes in equal rights for everybody. He looks like a Nazi, but he's got a heart of gold. So don't judge him by his blonde hair, blue eyes, and Viking looks. He's Cody Donovan. That's a bad song.
Fighter and the Kid.
Fighter and Kid, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Kid. Brendan's the Fighter. And thanks to everyone who's been listening to the Fighter and the Kid on Fox Sports, by the way. And where can they get the show? I'm having too many people tell me they're having trouble.
I'm also
SoundCloud.
getting that.
Yeah. So we're launching SoundCloud.
SoundCloud this week.
iTunes.
We're always on iTunes. Fox Sports homepage. We're on iTunes right now. SoundCloud this week. Next week, I think we're going to be in the Fox Studios, new studios.
Yeah.
So
What
step
about
your
Stitcher?
game up,
Can they get it
Brian.
on Stitcher, can't they?
No.
They can't get it on
No,
Stitcher.
But you can get everything you need on SoundCloud and iTunes.
As long as you're on SoundCloud, you're good.
Yeah?
Welcome to
Android,
2013.
Windows phones,
Welcome to
everything.
2013.
Everything. All right. SoundCloud.
Just shut your mouth. Welcome
Later,
to
everybody.
2013. Peace.